EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 2nd and 9. Off play action. Richardson rolling to his right. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll try the left side. Sampson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 25-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Richardson out of the shotgun. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nicks. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On play action, here's Nicks. Steps away. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Throwing Nicks. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. Now Richardson back to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Richardson looking to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Shrugs him off. And he will have the first down. He winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Flushed out right. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Richardson working from the gun. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw, here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Nix to the air. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They'll go for it. Here's Ncaa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Broncos first down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Working out of the gun is Ncaa. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Ncaa looking to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down.
9 yards. First down, Denver.
Operating from the gun. Here's Ncaa. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson, and a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson.
Buying time to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys have taken the lead.
Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He'll buy some time right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he is caught. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10. And Richardson yet again. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 21 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Steps away to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Now Richardson.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. It's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Here's Nix.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Here's Nix once more. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Tui Pelotu
picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
They're going. It's Nix.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And my goodness, another interception. Johnson jostles free. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Richardson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. They'll go play action with Nix. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Off the play fake, Nix. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Sliding out of the pocket.
That one finds Pierce right side.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
On the move to his left. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Richardson looking to throw.
And this complete to Mitchell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Being chased out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Richardson.
Rolling to his right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Davis. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues.
And now here's another interception.
inside the 20.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Anthony Richardson.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's 2nd and 10.
The tight end in motion right.
On play action, here's Nix. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Nix to the air.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now it's Nix.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 37 yards.
And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Dancing to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
It's caught. Mitchell.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. Complete to Ncaa Mitchell. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Left side, he finds Pierce.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
To throw is Nix.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Nix looking to throw again.
The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw, here's Ncaa. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Visitors 22.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Richardson.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
They'll try to run this one in.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here's Ncaa.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And under